Good day, Section Diamond. Welcome again to our online class. And this is a short discussion for our topic, Systems Specification. I hope, guys, that you have a copy of your module, and our module can be downloaded in our Google Classroom. So all you have to do, if you want to open our Google Classroom, just type Classroom, open your browser and type classroom.google.com and log in your account and click Computer Systems Servicing grade 11 Diamond and click Class Work button. This is our module for lesson 9. Okay, I hope you have copy right now. Okay, this is our topic today, the system specification, and I have a PowerPoint presentation about this topic. Okay, so after this discussion, you need to take the assessment and can be found in our Google Classroom. A short assessment about systems specification. So let's start. And this is our objectives. We have 3 objectives. After this discussion, you will able to select computer components based on customers' needs. And number 2, identify components best suited for a particular computing environment and know how to design for a specific computer subsystems such as the video or storage subsystem. Okay, so after this discussion, you will acquire these 3 objectives. Okay, start. Systems specification. Allow me to read, class. Computer hardware specification are technical description of the computer's components and capabilities. Processor speed, model and manufacturer processor. Speed is typically indicated in gigahertz. That is the acronym for gigahertz. The higher number, the higher the computer. Random access memory or RAM. This is typically indicated in gigabytes or GB. The more RAM in a computer, the more it can do simultaneously. Hard disk, sometimes called room space. This is typically indicated in gigabytes, GB, and refers generally to the amount of information like documents, music, and other data. Your computer can hold other specification. Might include network, either Ethernet or Wi-Fi adapters, or audio and video capabilities that is coming from that https :/myshadow.org computer specification hardware. So if you want to open this information, just type the link in your browser. Okay, that is all about system specification, meaning the technical description of your computer. Yan lang. Kung ang computer mo is Core i3, meron siyang 4 gig na memory, meron siyang 500 gigabytes na capacity in your storage, that is your system's specification. So if someone asking or questioning about your computer system specification, so your answer is the capacity of your processor, how much your memory, the allocation of your hard drive. Yan. Okay. Another information of system specification. Whenever you purchase software or hardware for your computer, you should first make sure your computer supports the system's system requirements. These are the necessary specification your computer must have in order to use the software or hardware. For example, a computer game may require your computer to have Windows XP or later. Pataas. XP pataas. A 2.0 GHz processor, 512 megabytes of your RAM or your memory, 64 MB graphics card, and 500 MB or the drive space. If your computer does not meet all these requirements, the game will not run very well or might not run at all. Hindi siya gagana, hindi siya ma-install. So you need to meet the system requirements of the specific software or hardware that you purchase. Now, for example, like sa example natin ngayon, merong games na i-install sa iyong laptop or desktop. Dapat ma-meet niya ang requirements. Ilan ang need niya na processor dapat sa iyong laptop, memory, graphics, and your hard drive. Pag ma-meet niya yan, walang problema. Okay? Another information. It is just as important to check system requirements for hardware devices. For example, if you buy a printer, it may require either Windows XP or Mac OS 10.3 or later. It may also require USB port and 80 MB of available hard disk space. If your computer does not have any USB port, you will not be able to physically connect the printer. Of course, saan mo siya i-connect kung walang USB port kung ang printer mo is naka-USB siya? Okay? If your machine does not have Windows XP or Mac OS 10.3 or later, the printer drivers may be incompatible with your operating system. Okay? This means your computer will be unable to recognize the printer. Okay? Like for example, ang na-install na operating system in your laptop or desktop is Windows 7, and ang available na driver sa printer is for Windows 10. So meaning that is not that is incompatible. So meaning hindi siya mag-meet. Hindi niya makikita ang system na require niya. So this means your computer will be unable to recognize the printer. Okay? So kailangan yan. Dapat ma-meet talaga ang system requirements, no, sa hardware devices. That is hardware. Ang kanina na example natin is a software. Okay, another. Most hardware and software products have the system requirements printed on the side or bottom of the product packaging. When you are dropping for computer software or hardware, it is good idea to find first the exactly what your system's specification are and write them down on a piece of paper. Okay? The important information to record includes number 1, operating system. Yan talaga ang number 1, pinaka-importante. Example niyan is Windows XP, Mac OS 10.3.8, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, yan. Processor speed, for example, Pentium 4 ba, 3.2 GHz or PowerPC G5, 2.0 GHz. Yan, sa Mac OS yan, yung PowerPC. Sa memory or RAM, kung example niyan is 512 MB ba or 1 GB or 2 GB. Yan, depende. Graphics card for sa mga game. example nito is ATI Radeon 9800 with 256 MB video memory. And number 5, this hard disk space, 80 GB ang available. And number 6, I/O ports. Dapat meron siyang USB, Firewire, serial, parallel, SCSI, BGA, and DVI port. Yan ang mga example na mga system specification that can be found on the side or bottom of the product packaging. Okay, dapat kung yan ang system requirements, dapat yan at yan talaga ang ma-meet ng laptop mo or ng desktop mo. Okay. By recording this specification for your computer, you will be able to make sure your computer supports the products you are buying. So na-meet niya, nakita niya, supported talaga siya. Kung may requirements na dapat meron kang DVI port, dapat meron talagang DVI port ang laptop mo or desktop mo. In terms of installation, systems specification is a big consideration in order for a computer to run and work properly for the most efficient way it could be. In broad terms, the performance of a computer depends on 4 factors: the speed and architecture of its processor or central processing unit, how much random access memory it has, its graphic system, and its internal hard drive speed and capacity. Also of importance, the most user will be the specification of its internet connection, that is for updating the software. Okay. Most computer user, and in particular those working with a lots of photographs, music files, or videos, should also think about the most suitable storage device they will need in order to keep and back up of their valuable data. Okay. So nakita natin ano ang mga requirements that you must be able to make sure na supported talaga ang computer mo sa specific product na you are buying. Okay, dapat ma-meet niya ang specification. Okay? In terms of installation, that is a big consideration talaga. Because kung di niya ma-meet ang requirements sa installation pa lang daan, hindi na siya magsa-success. Okay. Now, if you are buying a hardware or software, dapat ito ang i-consider mo. Number 1, so you can look at your module and allow me to read this information. The processor speed and architecture. The processor speeds, the speed of a computer processor chip is technically known its clock speed in measure in gigahertz, with the fastest modern processor currently running at up to 4.7 gigahertz. However, for the most computing tasks, including web browsing, sending email, word processing, and spreadsheet work, any processor running 1 gigahertz or more remain perfectly sufficient. Okay, so meaning this is referring to your CPU. So ang mga CPU ngayon, ang pinaka-latest is meron tayo Core i7. Second niya is Core i5, Core i3. Yan ang mga pinaka malakas na processor natin sa ngayon. Okay? And then nagdedepende yan kung anong generation meron siya, until 9 yata or 8 generation. Okay, that is referring to our processor or the CPU. Okay? Kung ang requirements ng isang games na binili nyo is dapat meron lang siyang Core i3. So, kung ang actual processor mo is Core i5, walang problema because na-meet mo na ang system requirements niya. Nandun ka na sa higher. Okay? Another information. RAM Okay, allow me to read. Kindly look at your module. RAM, to a large extent, the more RAM a computer has, the faster and more effectively it will operate. Computers with little RAM have to keep moving data to and from their hard drive and in order to keep running. This tends to make them not just slow in general, but more annoying, intermittently sluggish. So, siyempre naman kung medyo low ang RAM natin, mahina talaga siyang magre-read. The word is sluggish. Kung sa military pa is siya, lousy siya. So pinaka latest ngayon na memory? So meron na tayong 16 GB, merong 8 GB, 6 GB, 4 GB, 2 GB. Okay, yan. And let's go to graphic system. So meron akong mga insert na mga picture in order for you to recognize the system specification of your laptop or desktop. Graphic system. A computer's graphic system determines how well it can work with visual output. This is for gaming or video editing. Okay. Graphic system can either be integrated into a computer's motherboard or plug into the motherboard as a separate video card. Graphic system integrated into motherboard, also known as onboard graphics, are now quite powerful sa ngayon, pero before medyo mahina siya, and sufficient for handling the requirements of most software application aside for games playing, 3D modeling, and some forms of video editing. So, kung ang work mo is nandun ka sa mga 3D modeling, video editing, you are an architect, you are a gamer, so you need to buy a video card for you to be satisfied the performance of your computer. Okay? So, kailangan yan. And the hard disk speed and capacity. Today, 40 gigabytes is an absolute minimum hard disk size for a new computer running Windows 7. Okay, that is a minimum requirements for Windows 7, 40 gigabytes. With a far larger capacity being recommended in any situation where more than office software is going to be installed. Okay. When a computer will frequently be used to edit video, a second internal hard disk dedicated only to video storage is highly recommended to a stable operation. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Ang internal hard drive mo is for the system, for mga application software. And then, yung mga video files mo nandun sa extended hard drive. No? Okay, nasa external hard drive para daw to stable operation. Yan. Okay. So, don't forget, that is our topic. Simple, short topic for system specification. And don't forget to take your assessment. And your assessment can be found in our Google Classroom. Okay, this one, don't forget to take this assessment and task sheet. Okay, so I hope you learned something about systems specification. Thank you and God bless.